Hi guys, welcome back to this YouTube channel. So for today's video, we're going to discuss about the homeroom guidance of grade 11 quarter 4 module 9 entitled It's You and I That Makes the World Go Round. So at the end of this module, you are expected to number 1, identify programs and projects that can develop the youth, the school, and the community. Number 2, recognize the value of volunteerism and self-empowerment in organizing school community projects. Number 3, organize a school community development project plan in cooperation with the school and local officials. And number 4, devise methods to influence other youth participants in the school community development project. The previous lesson, you learned how to apply effective ways of protecting oneself and others, such as awareness in different laws in the country. You also learned different ways in resolving issues that involve oneself and share skills helpful to solve problems. In this module, the learners will engage in some challenging tasks, from participating in some school community service activities to organizing projects and activities that aim to develop fellow youth and the community. If you just look around, there are so many ways to help improve the community. It is important that the learners experience how to play an active role in their community by making decisions, solving usual community problems, and sharing one's effort and expertise in the development of their community where they live. Bring out the sense of volunteerism and self-empowerment among your fellow learners because it is time to connect and help other youth and the community. You can make a difference to yourself and others. Let's proceed to our first activity entitled In the Name of Service. Choose two among the listed community services that you experienced or want to experience. For those who experienced joining community services, share your best memories with anyone in your home or during your virtual homeroom guidance session. Write it in a clean sheet of paper. Number 1. Donate clothes that you no longer wear and foods to those affected of floods, earthquake, or any other calamities. Number 2. Join clean-up drive in your barangay. Number 3. Plant trees together with other youth in your community. Number 4. Help your neighbors with repairs. Number 5. Help kids who struggle with their homework. Number 6. Help any elderly cross the street or accompany him or her. Number 7. Making friends in your community regardless of their age. Number 8. Volunteer to do social media information for your barangay. Number 9. Volunteer to help set up a community event. And lastly, help bring awareness and remind your neighbors with community guidelines and protocols to avoid the spread of COVID-19. And to our second activity entitled Me in My Community. Number 1. On your construction paper, draw a human figure following the pattern provided. 2. Cut around the human figure. 3. In each human figure, write your A. Specialized knowledge in the head part. B. Skills in the arms and legs. And C. Values you believe will contribute to the development of the community in the chest. And 4. Be creative by applying colors and designs in your human figure. 5. Paste it on a blank paper. C. On the upper part of the paper, write the title of the community project that you would like to organize. So here's the human figure for the activity of Me in My Community. For the processing questions, number 1, what do you think does the Me in My Community symbolize in terms of community development programs and projects? Number 2, what do you think is the importance of engaging oneself in a community development project, especially during this time of pandemic? The importance of community development projects. If we give the learners the opportunity to take an active role in some community development projects and programs, we are giving them an avenue to hone their academic and life skills, and at the same time, a chance to create a positive impact to the society and making life better to all the members of the community. Along with the act of serving the community, there are benefits that learners can enjoy while engaging in these activities. Number one, self-satisfaction. Participating in community service, especially when you are interested with the program, it can help you feel good about yourself because you are reaching out and helping others. Number two, social responsibility. Engaging oneself to any community services can let a learner be more aware on one's role and responsibility in their community. It increases the trust of camaraderie among the people in the community while living in harmony. Number three, enhancement of personal knowledge. Exposure to community service can lead to enhancement of oneself, especially their interpersonal and communication skills, while gaining and growing from their experience. Different community and youth development projects. The following are just some of the different community and youth development projects that you can organize that will surely create a positive impact on our society. Number one, feeding program. Apparently, malnutrition is still a major problem in the world, more so in our country. It is a heartbreaking fact that there are families that struggle to feed their kids with healthy meals. Organizing a feeding program in depressed area in your community would be a great help, particularly if you would do it regularly and monitor its impact to the weight and nutrition level of the children. Number two, gift giving program. Gift giving is one community development projects you can do to make other people happy, particularly those who are suffering with illness in hospitals, the grandparents in the elderly care centers, and the street children. We can never tell how great the positive impact it will bring to this world when we do such simple act of kindness. Number three, tree planting. Tree planting project helps transplant trees in their permanent position. This activity will foster environmental stewardship among learners and help the community to restore and protect its natural resources. Number four, Clean and Green Drive. A community service of cleaning the streets, planting trees, and promoting the urban gardening in cities would really contribute to the protection of environment and more comfortable and sustainable living. And lastly, mga laro ng lahi. Nowadays, seldom that we see children playing the traditional games of our country called as mga laro ng lahi. These games include the following: agawan base, dama, karera ng sako, langit lupa, luksong baka, patintero, piko, tumbang preso, chato o shato, and a lot more. Sponsoring an activity like this will not only stimulate the mental and physical aspect of the children, but it will also promote the Filipino culture when it comes to children's games. Volunteerism and self-empowerment. In organizing a community development project, volunteerism and self-empowerment are both important contributory factors for it to become successful. According to Merriam-Webster Dictionary, volunteerism is the act of doing volunteer work in community service. Volunteerism fosters compassion and cooperation for a greater cause. It is about sacrificing your time and effort for the benefits of many. For us to help others and contribute to the community, we need first to empower ourselves by understanding our own strengths and weaknesses and making positive choices for our own betterment. And thereby, self-empowerment is about maximizing our strengths to do something great for our own growth. Once we see the value and cultivate in ourselves both volunteerism and self-empowerment, then and only then we can significantly impact our society through some community development programs and projects. Pointers for a successful community project development. Community service, as an integral part of Homeroom Guidance Program, is an opportunity for your learners to build their character and develop their academic knowledge and skills, making it relevant to help other people and improve the community. Granting that, community services participated by senior high school learners will be approved during the new normal. So here are pointers to be followed to ensure the success of this activity. These are: plan. In the previous session, the learners planned how they will organize and implement their community development project. The key is in the details. Know the ins and outs of the activity that you want to accomplish. If you plan to have a tree planting campaign, find out the best kind of tree to plant in your community and identify the place that you want to rehabilitate ahead of time. Follow the school's protocol when it comes to obtaining approval for this activity. Also, secure parents' permits so that parents or guardian will be notified about this activity and give their consent to the participation of their children. Make the parents informed about the purpose of the activity, which is to immerse the learners in taking active role in the community. Carry out the activities according to the set plan and objectives. If you expect to finish the community development activity within 15 days, stick to it. However, when it comes to community service, unexpected events may happen. So be flexible and prepare for some changes in your program. Give some special considerations and adjust your program. There are times that the objectives of the project will not be met in just one day event. Just like a feeding program that needs to be done for a certain period and be monitored to check the progress of the participants. This kind of program needs extra planning and support from the school and local officials for the funding. Prior and during the community service, remind the learners about the following. A. Dress appropriately. If the activity is a tree planting, they are expected to wear light and breathable clothing and appropriate footwear like boots. If you intend to organize a feeding program, see to it that they wear personal protective equipment or PPE like apron, hairnet, mask, and gloves while preparing the food. B. Be enthusiastic and take pride in the task. C. Observe proper decorum in dealing with other people. Remember that you are there to help. Instruct the learners to observe and document their experience while conducting the community service activity. After the completion of this school community project, the learners will accomplish a narrative report with the following format. See Appendix 1. Sample of narrative report in school community development project. So here's the chronological order of narrative report in school community development project. Title of the community development project, proponents, date or duration of the activity, objectives, target participants, accomplishment report, documentation, and lastly, the reflection. Let's try this activity entitled the Community Development Project Plan. Before you would embark on a particular community outreach program or livelihood project for community development as program coordinators, you should first conduct a need assessment such as survey, focus group discussion, panel discussion, or community mapping for the community to find out its current situation and problems or issues that need to be solved. An effective community development project needs a thorough planning. In this activity, you will work on your community development project plan in preparation for your actual involvement with these activities. A school community development project plan is a tool that can help you determine the needs of your community, identify the pressing problem or dilemma community members are experiencing, find resources, set timelines, and measures of success of the program. Number 1. In a clean sheet of papers, work on this output, have it checked by your advisor afterwards. Number 2. Choose a project that you want to propose for your community and answer the following worksheet below. See Appendix 2, Sample of school community development project plan. So here's the format of making a school community development project plan. So in Roman numeral 1, the community need, it contains of assessment of community need and problem statement. Roman numeral 2, project goals. After the implementation of this community project or program, the following objectives are expected to achieve. Be sure to set SMART, specific, measurable, attainable, result-focused, and time-bound objectives. Target beneficiaries. Describe the profile of your target participants or beneficiaries of this community project. The resources. These are the people, things, and organizations that can help you make this project successful. It contains human resources, physical or financial resources. Roman numeral 5, outreach program method. It contains community development project title, project description, tell something about the outreach method, particularly on how it will meet the need of the community or solve the current problem or issue in the community. The promotion or campaign materials. How would you promote this activity to encourage other people to be part of your activity, like through social media, poster, or etc.? Also, tell something about your registration process. And Roman numeral 6, project implementation schedule. Community development program timeline. Schedule here your activities included in the implementation and evaluation of this program. And here's the table for the month of March and April. So Roman numeral number 7, monitoring and evaluation of the project. Monitoring timeline, schedule here your monitoring and evaluation of the project, included the findings and suggested improvement. So here's the table for the month of May, and put the findings and suggestions for improvement. Let's try this activity entitled Making an Action to test the lessons you've learned in our discussion. Answer the following questions in your homeroom guidance journal. Number 1. Why is volunteerism and self-empowerment important in organizing school community development projects? Number 2. How can you influence other students to participate in school community development projects? And now, it's time to share your thoughts and feelings for this activity entitled Badge of My Insights. So you are going to draw a logo or emblem symbolizing your learning in this module. The badge should be drawn in a letter-sized paper and be creative as possible. And for additional activities, number 1, prepare your promotion and campaign materials to invite other students in the campus to join and support your school community development project, especially during this time of pandemic. Number 2, research about current issues and problems that confront the world by web searching, watching videos, and reading magazines or newspapers. Sample narrative report in school community development project. Title, School Reading Park. Proponents. The proponents of this school community project are the students of the grade 11 Arts and Design track. Date or duration of the activity, September 1 to April 25, 2021. The objectives, after the implementation of this community project or program, the class should be able to B. Clean the vacant area, plant some trees, and grow some flowers. C. Construct some benches or bleachers. And D. Paint the walls and cover the graffiti and vandalism with murals. The target participants, the learners of Gen T. De Leon National High School, will benefit from this project because they will have a place now wherein they can read and study lessons aside from the library. This school reading park is conducive for learners and will help them to improve their academic performance. So here's the example of accomplishment report. From September 18 to September 25, they accomplished the cleanup drive, planting of trees, shrubs, and flowers, and also the removal of stumps. And from October 5 to October 26, they accomplished construction of 5 park benches, repairing of the concrete floor, and also the painting of murals. And from the month of December 19, they accomplished the opening or ribbon cutting of the school reading park. So after the accomplishment reports is the documentation and then the reflection. So as arts and design senior high school students, it is indeed liberating to know that great things that we can accomplish to improve our school community. With our collaboration as a class, we were able to convert the vacant corner in our school that is used to be a neglected area and place for littering students into a beautiful, relaxing, and conducive area for learning as a school reading park. The school community development plan became a very helpful tool to accomplish this project. Our specialized knowledge and skills in visual designing was utilized fully when we painted the walls to cover the graffiti and vandalisms with beautiful murals. We felt that our collaboration and communication skills, patience, perseverance, and workmanship became important factors as well for the success of this project. Sample School Community Development Project Plan. So here's the format of School Community Development Project Plan. The community need, assessment of community need, survey, problem statement. The area under Jade Village is frequently affected by floods. The incidence of floods has been increasing over the years, resulting in damage to property, sanitation issues, and destruction of the environment. Improper garbage disposal is also one of the causes of drainage clogging. Project goals. After the implementation of this community project or program, the following objectives are expected to achieve. Number 1, promote hygiene and sanitation. Number 2, organize a cleanup drive program. 3, construct a proper garbage disposal signage. And the target beneficiaries are the direct beneficiaries are the residents of Jade Village affected with floods. Resources. These are the people, things, and organizations that can help you make this project successful. So for the human resources, these are the barangay officials, sangguniang kabataan, elected officers in the village, residents of JH Village. So for the physical or financial resources are the recycled materials to be used in construction of the signage, and the donated materials for the signage from the barangay and the sangguniang kabataan. Outreach Program Method. Community Development Project Title. Baha ay maiiwasan, basta basura itapon sa tamang lalagyan. Project Description. The project proposal will be submitted to the elected president of the village where activities are enumerated such as number 1, weekend cleanup drive campaign to be participated by the residents of the village. Number 2, scheduled sanitation and hygiene awareness seminar with a minimum number of residents per schedule to be conducted by barangay official. Number 3, construction of proper garbage disposal. Promotion or campaign materials. The activities will be posted through different social media platforms, poster and announcements during mass and radio. Attendance of the attendees will be checked by the elected officers of the village. Project Implementation Schedule. Community Development Program Timeline. From the month of March 13 to 14, 2 batches per day. Sanitation and Hygiene Awareness Seminar. From March 20 to 21, Weekend Cleanup Drive Program. From March 27, Construction of Proper Garbage Disposal. And from the month of April 10 to 11, 2 batches per day. Sanitation and Hygiene Awareness Seminar. 17 to 18, Weekend Cleanup Drive Program. And 24, Construction of Proper Garbage Disposal. Monitoring and evaluation of the project. Monitoring timeline for the month of May. Findings and suggestions for improvement. The project will be monitored monthly by the elected officers of the village and quarterly by barangay official handling disaster management and environment and natural resources concern. It is anticipated that the community will be able to maintain the cleanliness, proper garbage disposal beyond the end of the project.